Remember in physics, you have learned scalar quantity and vector quantity before?
Yeah.
Okay, so what does scalar means?
Only magnitude.
Only magnitude. Okay, but vectors has magnitude and direction. Meaning it not just has a value, that value can have direction. That means to the left, to the right, and so on. But scalar don't care. Scalar is just, you just tell me what the number will do. There's no direction. Okay, just like time. Time is a scalar quantity, no direction. You cannot have negative time. But speed, you can, speed you cannot. Speed is scalar also, only the value, but velocity can go in two different directions. Displacement can go in two different directions. So vector has a direction. Just need to remember that. Vector not only has magnitude, it also has direction. Okay, so vector usually tells you how to move on your coordinate plane. So for example, this is my coordinate plane. I'm at O and I want to move to A, right? So this vector, to move from station O to station A, you can represent it by a column matrix. For example, in the X direction, I move 3 units. In the Y direction, I move 5 units. And then I say the vector OA, moving from O to the direction of A, is represented by the column vector, 3 units to the left, and 3 units to your right, and then 5 units upward. So this represents X, this represents Y, the movement in the direction. So if I change, I say, oh, if you want to move from O to B, you move 2 units to the left and you go 1 unit below. That is where you will find B. So you will move 2 unit here, right? 2 unit in the X direction, and then you go down by 1 unit, you will find where is B. So B is here. So this is the vector OB. The direction will matter. So vectors tells you how to move from one point to the other in the given direction. So this is a rough idea of vectors. Can? So first, a scalar quantity, let's fill in the blank, is a quantity that only has magnitude. Let's write it down first. Okay, and then a vector is a quantity that has both magnitude and direction. Vector can be represented by a directed line segment. That means a line segment that comes with a direction. Go up, go down, go left, go right. Okay, with its direction indicated by an arrowhead. So on top, it can be a full arrowhead or it can be a half arrowhead. It doesn't matter, as long as it points in the right direction. So the vector AB represents the vector with an initial point A to a terminal point B. Terminal is like the final point or the ending point. So this is the initial point you start off with, and then you end off with B. So the direction, the arrowhead tells you start from where, go to where. So vector AB can also be denoted by a small letter. So sometimes instead of writing column matrix like that, they say, oh, just let the direction be represented by this vector. So we write it A with a little curly braces below, or we call it curly tail or braces represented. Okay, so sometimes we can write vectors like that. In your notes, right, you see a bold A, but in your exam you cannot bold the letter A, right? So we write a curly tail instead. So just do a little braces at the bottom of A to represent that it's a vector, it's not algebra. Okay, so when we want to differentiate algebra with vector, the one with a curly tail or braces below, it's a vector. This is algebra. So remember to always write that little braces below. Okay?
Is there a braces on top also?
For this one like that, no.
Why we learning this?
Okay, this one in real life, what do they use vectors for? They use to map out all your MRT movement, directions, calculations using that. From station to station, they use it to count how far, how long they take to move from one point to the other.
Make a train that is very slow. What?
Then you time there, huh?
Yeah, it's gonna stopwatch.
Okay, so like what I mentioned just now, a vector can be written like a little column matrix. The 1 unit on top tells you 1 unit in the direction of the positive x-axis. The 2 below tells you 2 unit in the positive y direction. Okay? And then lastly, yes. So like what I told you just now, right? This is O, this is A. Okay, listen. Shh. Just now I told you, right? The vector OA is written in this way. 2 units to the right, 3 units upward. Moving from O to A, right? But if I want you to find the magnitude, they use these 2 straight lines to find magnitude. Magnitude is finding like length or distance. So how to find that distance? Basically, we use Pythagoras theorem. This one plus this one. So we square the x coordinate plus square the y coordinate followed by a square root. So this is actually Pythagoras theorem. We are just squaring the x coordinate, add it to the square of the y and take a square root. So to find magnitude, you square this and add it to the square of this and take a square root. So when you see that they ask you to draw this, they are asking you to find the length or the distance. So all this symbol, you must know what it means. Yes. Okay, lastly, oh no, second last. If I say, why you laugh like that? If I have 2 points, let's say this is C and D. CD, vector moving from C to D. Then I say this is 2, this is 3. So the vector is 2, 3, correct? Then same thing, I have another 2 points. A to B. So moving from A to B, I also move 2 units here, 3 units upward. So AB is also 2, 3. So if they have the same column matrix and the same magnitude and the same direction, we say they are equal. Equal vectors. Yes. So remember, when the direction is the same, 2 units here go upward, 2 units here go upward. Even if they start from the different initial point and they end at a different ending point, as long as their matrix is the same, their column vector is the same. If you change direction, then something is different. What if I intend to move from D to C now? What do you think is my matrix? I need to move in this direction by 2 units. So it's negative 2. Instead of shifting up, I need to shift down by 3 units. So negative 3. So if I reverse the direction, the matrix basically also reverse. So it's a negative of each other. Can you see that? So a change in direction for vector will result in negating the values. So CD is 2, 3. DC will become -2, -3, which is my next point. So when you change their direction, you need to make it negative of each other. They are not equal anymore. Okay, the values are opposite sign. So be careful about that. So if they are exactly the same, we call them equal vectors. Same magnitude, same direction. But if they are opposite of each other, then they are not equal already. So take note of that. Then the next exercise is just reading only, reading. Oh, Pepe Pa. Yeah? No. I grow up. Or my daughter grow up already. So I don't need to see them lying on the floor laughing with their feet up. Which I never understand why it always end like that. Like their legs must lie on the floor all laugh then like that. I don't know. What's the link? Okay, so remember what's a vector? It has a magnitude and it has a direction. Okay, and then when you reverse it, make sure all the values you see there add a negative sign to it. Okay, let's see. This one. DE. Where is DE? So DE is here. Is represented by the vector F. So we write like that. Okay, but it can also be what? 3 units in the x direction. What about y? 0. It doesn't go up at all, right? So it's 0. So you can also write like that. Is it similar to any vector you see around? Yes, QP. So what is QP represented by? Just C. But remember your braces. So actually these two are equal vectors. So don't anyhow write PQ. It's a different thing already. Because we can't show boldness. We can't bold the C. Like when you are writing C, right? You cannot show what is the difference between C and C, right? So the only way to differentiate is use the braces. Okay, next one. AH is where? So it's the same as A. Why? Why?
It's like a Nazi sign. The A.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that sound like some documentary. Okay, never mind. Okay, what is this column vector? It's a bit off lah, but just take it to be at the exact point. 1, just 3. -3 is going down 3 units. Okay, what is it equals to? B to C, must be in the right direction. Then what vector would that represent? Not E. Opposite direction must do what? Put a negative. So it's negative E.
Why?
Because that is for CB.
Also, if they have the same matrix, but they are opposite directions, so
Must negative it. Yes. Okay, let's try next one. FG. So FG is represented by I. Okay. What is the column matrix? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Then go 2 up. Correct. Okay. And then is it similar to anybody? B. Okay. Very good. I think you are understanding it. Because this one is for C to B. But this one is coming down. So you must reverse this. Okay, what about G? This one. This one. So it is equal to, not H. Oh, you want column matrix? Okay, 0 in the x direction, 3 unit upward, correct. Then it's equals to negative H. Shh, copying or not? Then it might not be considered as vector. They might think it's algebra.
Thank you.
Okay, what about M?
2, 1.
Okay, so M is 2, 1, correct, very good. And then it's the same as minus K, very good. So remember, must point in the same direction. If it's not, you must reverse it. So the K must change to minus K. Why? What happened?
This looks like
No wonder extending the whole direction.
Yeah, matrices extension, yes. Okay, next one. The magnitude of QP is the same as the magnitude of PQ. Same distance. It's also the same as C. It's also the same as.
Can you explain what the negative is for again?
So if I'm going in this direction, is C. If I want to reverse it, it's minus C.
And for
So just now, I wanted A to move to H. So it will be the same as B moving to C. But this is going in the opposite direction. So I must change this to minus E. Yeah. Okay. Which vector is equals to QP? DE. So I must write like that. DE. And then ED also has the same length, same distance. And then F also has the same distance. So I'm just writing them down. So when we are finding distance or magnitude, the direction don't matter. The answer will be the same.
the answer doesn't matter.
The answer matters. It's just that the direction don't matter.
Can my arrow be like a full one?
Can. You can write like that also. Okay, G. G is equals to what? Minus H, and then you do a magnitude. Any other thing we can equate to?
0, 3. Yeah,
Okay, so you can write like that. But the opposite also doesn't. No.
So if I just switch around,
Can. Okay, actually nothing else you can write already. Or you want to write negative G also can. So anyway, they will give you the same value. Even if you reverse the direction, the distance is the same. The length of the two endpoint will be the same.
Miss
Yeah.
you're married, right?
Yeah.
Why don't you name to Madam Huang?
Just like, actually some students call me Madam Huang, Mrs. Huang,
she wants to stay.
Miss Huang.
You can choose to stay.
No, I just never change, never correct it. No.
I thought Mrs. like
Why don't you call you Madam Huang?
Can I call you
Can,
Mr.
can.
Huang?
You just need everybody to be a male, right? Yes?
If you were to correct your name, what would it be?
Correct my name?
Like your initial.
Sure, let me just call you.
Mrs. Miller.
My initial cannot change, follow my dad, what?
No, like Miss Huang or Mrs. Huang or Madam Huang. Mrs.
Mrs. is to take a husband.
Mrs. I must take my husband's name.
Then what's the Chinese name?
My Chinese name?
Yeah.
Ya Ling.
Oh, yeah, name.
Yeah.
Acha, what's your husband's name?
Why you need to know? What?
Can I call you bro?
This person. What?
How about you call Leon Mr. Singler and then
Mr. what?
Mr. Singler.
Why singler?
Because that is Chinese name.
Singler ah? Oh, what sing one le?
He very happy all the time.
Oh.
Sing, what sing?
Miss Huang, if you were to change your name, what name would you put?
I never want to
change. Like literally the heart.
Oh, this sing ah?
Yeah.
Then le is like this ah? So your heart very happy lah.
That's very ironic.
Okay. Okay, good. That's good. That's a good name. Okay. Okay, this one. Shh. I want to find the magnitude of this vector. So you just square the x plus the square of the y, and then you take a square root. So you get 5 units. That's all. So this will be tested for WA. It's a giveaway. Please take the marks.
What am I giving back? What if I'm very humble and
Wait, 11.1 will be.
5.1 will be tested. Yeah, only 5.1.
Yay!
Okay, then this one they say, can you find the values of A if the magnitude of this vector is 13? So we do a square plus a square, and then we do a positive square root. We get 13. So how to solve for A is your normal algebra. Just square both sides. Then you get a 25. So A can be 5 or negative 5. Yeah, but it is Pythagoras
there
theorem.
are so many formulas that so similar to Pythagoras theorem.
Yeah, so you see Pythagoras theorem is so important.
You're so smart. If I go back there, I'm going to kill Pythagoras theorem so that this way.
You are going to kill Pythagoras.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing. Wait, if he writes a Pythagoras theorem, I'm just going to take the paper. Then he won't be able to.
How even time travel?
That him. Kill him. Don't torture him.
This one,
Oh,
Yeah.
it's recorded.
why they say oh like that, then people follow. Like why people never
Because over the centuries, people try to contest it, and they just realize that it's more right, and they extend it even further.
People were trying to prove the earth is round for so long and people didn't believe it.
That's why. So eventually, they found out it's true.
You are fat. Ah!
Okay, move on. So I hope so far it's okay, Vectors, how to represent vectors, how to find its magnitude, and so on. Can now we learn drawing. Drawing. So if they say, I want you to draw A plus B. So A is 3 units to the right. So if I'm moving 3 units to the right, this is A. And then, I should draw at the bottom. So 3 units to the right, this is my A. And then they want me to plus B. So I move 3 units upward. So the final vector that I want to draw is starting from here, ending from here. So this is the vector that I'm drawing, A plus B. So the answer is essentially this piece, this one. The other two just gets you to where you want. Okay, next one. A, right? I started off with A. So 3 units to the right, this is A. And then they say minus B. So instead of going up, I'm going down. So the final answer is I started from here and here. So this is the vector I'm drawing. A minus B. Yes. Not ready yet. By tomorrow lah. By tomorrow. Afan, draw.
Next one, what is 3 pi?
3 pi? 3 unit. So it's going 3 unit here. So that's why I'm going 3 unit here. Then go up by 3.
Good job.
Okay, can you try drawing the rest? Shh. Try drawing the rest on your own. So 1A, 2A. This is 2A. And then they say add B. So go up by 3 units. So my answer is from here to here. This is 2A plus B. So I'm requiring you to draw this one only, the red one only.
If my E goes up the wall, like the other side of the... So why is that E?
The other side of the arrow. Where you must remember, you start moving from here, right? It's like this person walking. I walk here already. I cannot suddenly go back to here. So once I walk there, now I need to walk B upward. It's like topo. They tell you, oh, go to the right, 3 steps, you follow. Then from here, go forward 3 steps. So you must follow the direction. So don't anyhow teleport, huh? Okay, part 4, also 2B, so 6 units. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm here already. Then they say now move downwards 3 units. 3 times. So 3, 3, 3. Yeah. Can. The bottom one we are not particular. As long as it's a wave there can. Yeah.
This one,
Yes?
will they ask us to draw in W?
Will draw.
So when you
This is quite fundamental. They rarely ask you to draw, but they will ask you to read maybe.
P as in
Read the vector lah. So your final answer is this one.
this one. They ask the center to put alpha and
Yeah. No.
Why? Who's the setter? Miss Jenny lah. Yeah, usually you set the same setter throughout. Yes.
Wait, I should remember last year.
Mister. You all also have a Kelvin Yap, right? I saw the president. That's it, my lesson. This is too much.
Yeah, giving us torture by 4 periods.
Hello? Is the timetable is like that?
Yeah, that's why our teachers torturing us.
Okay, you go back and play and draw, finish the examples. Cannot play with me. B is going up. So B going up by 3 units. Okay, and then going opposite direction of A for minus A. So your final answer is this one. Okay, so this is the answer that I want, the shaded one. Okay, last one, 2.5A. So 2.5 times 3 unit is 7.5 unit. So let's move in this way, 7.5. Going up 3, right? Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 7, half. Okay, so this is your 2.5A. And then move up 3 times of B, so 9 units upward. 3, 6, 9. So 3B goes up in this way. So your final vector is this diagonal line. This is 2.5A plus 3B. Okay, remember to put the braces as a vector, otherwise it will become algebra. Okay, so if you don't have the notes, I still have 2 more copies in front. So just a recap, for those who a bit lost about vectors. Vectors has magnitude and direction. Okay, it can be represented in a column vector, in a column matrix. Example, like I say, 1, 3 means is going in the x direction, the positive x direction, 1 unit. Okay, and then it goes up in the positive y direction 3 units. So this is the vector. Vector always have an initial and a terminating point. It's just like your MRT station. You are moving from one station to the other. So all these are just the transit stations. Your ultimate goal is to start from the initial and at the ending point. So if let's say this is A, this is B, then I can write the vector from moving A to B in this direction is 1, 3. Okay, however, if I want to move backwards, I need to start from B, go back to A, right? Then you must know it goes in the negative x direction 1 unit, go downward 3 unit. So in this case, it will be -1, -3. So if you reverse the direction, okay, they are negative of each other. So these are some of the things that we have learned the other lesson. And if you are interested in finding the magnitude, magnitude is like length. So if you want to find the length, you use Pythagoras theorem. So to find magnitude AB, usually we write using these two vertical straight lines. You will use x squared plus y squared, and then you take a square root. It's Pythagoras theorem, so it's actually a square root 10. Even if you reverse the direction, the magnitude is also the same. The length shouldn't change, it's just the direction changing. So BA should also be of the same magnitude. Okay, these were basically most of what we have learned. And if you are taught vectors as like given as a letter, remember to write the curly braces below. So to differentiate these, this is algebra, this is vectors. So make sure you differentiate that. Drawing is okay, but rarely tested. Okay, so this is a summary of what we have learned. Let's just check your drawing. D plus C, so D is positive direction 2 unit. C is going upward. So sorry, I should draw here. So this one is one box diagonal. So D plus C is here. This is the one I want. So actually, even if you don't draw the blue lines, it's perfectly fine. I just need to see the black line. That one is the final answer that I want. That means I start from here, I end here. It's okay, but I need to see the final answer. Okay, then next one is C, and then go opposite direction D. No need to write that. Okay, but you just need to know. So if it's C, I'm moving from here to here. One diagonal box, C, and then minus D. That means instead of going to the right, I'm going to the left 2 unit. So this is my final answer.
I have a question.
Yeah.
You draw this type of stuff, right? You need to
If you draw freehand, it's okay lah. But don't be like that lah. Very shaky hands, they're not so nice. Okay, 2D, yeah? Okay, 2D means 2 times of this. So 4 units to the left, to the right. So this is 2D. And then minus C. Oh, it's going down. Sorry, I need to draw upward. So my 2D, make sure you have enough space for everything. So this is 2D. Then minus C is going in the opposite direction. So go downward. So my final answer is this line. Okay, this is the answer, this is the answer, this is the answer. Okay, 3D now. So it's going 3D, then go downward. So I need to make sure I have 6 box. 2, 4, 6 for 3D. Okay, and then moving down, 2 boxes. So 1 diagonal box, 2 diagonal box. So that is a minus 2C. So my final answer is just this diagonal.
Eating shit.
Yeah.
How do you know where to put the arrow?
You must remember you started off from here. Then you go here, end here, right? So your ending point, your start and end is here.
So I just there.
What?
I just there.
It's fine, you're not the only one.
Okay, next is C. So 1 diagonal box, C. And then I go in the left by 2 units. I didn't bring here today. Hole puncher, anybody? I don't have punch hole. Okay, never mind, you arrange in order. Later I go back and just. But you. Okay, can. Minus 2D, so in the negative direction, 2 units. So final answer is this one. So think of it like you are doing a MRT transfer somewhere and then go to the ending point. But how you travel, we don't care. We just want to know where you start and where you end. So that is the one that I colored, that vector that I want. Okay, vectors we can also add and subtract like normal. So 2A, 2B, minus 9A. Remember your curly tail or curly braces plus 3B. So that's the only thing that differentiates it from algebra. Yes. So you end off with minus 7A plus 5B. Okay, you notice that the question here, they bold the words, but we can't bold in reality, so we use the curly braces. Okay, B is the same thing. So all these should be quite basic for you all. So total is minus 2V minus U. Okay, so this one I just quickly run through. You all should know how to do this. 5M, 10N, minus 6L, minus 3M, plus 6N. So final answer is minus L, 2M, 16N. Okay, just double check your answers. Make sure your simplification is the same. Everything else is like algebra except the braces. Okay, for A, AB is just vector A, just do a substitution. CD is B, but they want DC. So how?
Sure, for my L, can I just write the L?
Can.
Minus
So change to minus B will do. Done.
Should you just have to put the wave?
Use the what?
So like wave thing.
Of course.
You can just anyhow.
But I'm gonna forget it.
Depends on whether they want to be strict or not. But best is to write the curly tail. Otherwise, they can deduct your marks. Okay, B 2A plus 3A minus BA. BA what to do?
Minus
Change it to opposite. So negate it. Finally, you should get 7A. No, 6A. Okay, so if it's opposite direction, just reverse the sign. Last one is CD plus DC. CD is B and DC is opposite. So you end off with a 0 vector. Not 0, you must write 0 vector because you go back to origin. That means you never even move. It is a vector of 0, 0. Where? Why? Oh, okay. Don't know why that box appear leh. Why? So don't write 0, write vector 0. Because why? It's like I'm starting from C, I move to D. Then I come back from D to C. I'm back to my original point as if I never move at all. So it's like I move in the X direction 0 unit, in the Y direction 0 unit. I never move.
That's how.
Yeah, so it's going from C to D, then come back from D to C. Go back to original point.
Standard deviation explains.
Yeah. Yes, data what? Hey, don't fight. You are clearly triggering him.
Making me mad.
Why? By existing? That's very bad. You come to the middle and sit, Afan. Okay, done?
No, really.
He's on once as fast as you.
Not true. This week we finish, then we can go notes 4, which is differentiation of trigo. Though not tested, but we will still learn first. Then we will start revision, okay? But the tick stack of 10-year series question I gave y'all should get started with it. This one. This is for your A. Did I give you? The AMF one. Who never get? It's the 10-year series topical for WA2. You can start revising AMF already. We have learned enough for AMF.
Can we go through revision?
Yeah, we will, but you all need to revise first. Then when we have time, we will go through. Okay, this one.
I forgot the basics already.
Okay, next is parallel and collinear points. So if two vectors are parallel, oh okay.
Which one will go back
This
for
E
one?
what? This E. Arc length sector area. You don't anyhow. This is E. Go and get another file and put inside. At least got one, right? Better than don't have. You only found one after rambling so long. 你去把那垃圾桶找回来。Okay, if the vector A and vector B are parallel, it means I can express them as a scalar multiple of each other. K is a scalar multiple. It's just like this is a constant, but in this chapter they call it a scalar. Okay, a scalar quantity, a number that has only magnitude, no direction. So if A is equals to B, then we can conclude that it's parallel. So for example, I say AB is the vector 1, 2. And BC is the vector 2, 4. And if I can express them as a scalar multiple of each other, they are parallel. So for example, this one, BC, if I can take out the 2, can you see this is what I get? So this 2 can times 1, this 2 can times 2, right? So it is actually 2 times of AB. So if I can show that BC is 2 times of AB, then I can conclude that BC is parallel to AB. Because what it means is moving from A to B, I move 1U to the right and 2U upward. So this is my AB. Okay, then what about my BC? Let's say BC is here. I put B, okay, B. Then C is here maybe. C. C is 2U to the right and 4U to the top. When I draw them, okay, can you see that it is actually 2 times longer than this length based on the direction? In fact, these 2 triangles should be similar triangles because their ratio is always 1:2. Okay, so if I can show that, then I say that they are parallel. Second thing, if I can add on that they share a common point B, then I can conclude that they are collinear. Okay, so these are things that we have learned before in coordinate geometry. So let's practice. If AB, they say is this one, AB is 2A plus B. And they say it should be parallel to CD, which is 3A plus PB. If they are parallel, then they should be ratio of each other. So I will draw this and write that AB should be equals to K times of 3A plus PB. Okay, and then with that I can do a 1-to-1 comparison. So this one tells me that 2A must be equals to 3KA. So K is just 2/3. Okay, the next one I can compare is the B. B must be equals to KPB. So since I already know K is 2/3, so P is just 3/2. So you just compare them one by one. They should be a ratio of each other. Yes, because it's a vector. So actually this question got some error, right? They should have bold it.
What does the arrow above AB and CD
Move from A to B. Yeah. Where did the K, I sub in K as 2/3? Yeah, from here. Okay, next, they say they are equal. Equal means not ratio of each other, they are exactly the same. So just compare will do. So straight away 5 is H, 6 is K. Done. Fun. same thing. Compare. Okay, just have to compare them. 2k is 6. So k is just 3. Then the other pair is 1 minus h is negative 3. So h is just 4. Done. So just do a term by term comparison. Since they are equal, you just have to compare them term by term. Okay, enough too romantic. Shh. Stop it, I really send you for counseling. Okay, please watch the words you say to each other. Okay, I'm sending you for counseling. Tomorrow morning, you will see Mr. Dave. No, you anyhow. You saying suggestive things, so I must send you for counseling. So tomorrow morning, you all see Afan going out. You know what happened. So you want? You want? So enough. No more suggestive things to Imran. Okay, take out the anybody. Take out the common factor 2. You will realize that this is equals to AB. So actually what I've proven is CD is double of AB. So what can I conclude? Is parallel to AB. However, if one of them share a common point, that means either is instead of CD and AB is CD and AD, then I won't say just parallel, I say that they are collinear. Okay? Collinear means they lie on the same line. Okay, but in this case, because all 4 points are different, they can only be parallel, they don't overlap in any way. So you just say that this is parallel to CD. In fact, if you wanna, you can also say that the length of CD is double the length of AB. This one is also true. So you can talk about their length, the magnitude, or you can talk about parallel. Yep. Because if their ratio is the same. So remember just now we talked about this is 1, 2. Then the other one is 2, 4. They actually are proportionate to each other in a ratio of 1:2. So if that is the case, they must be parallel to each other. Yeah. If they share one more common point, then they are collinear. Okay, but just that all these 4 points are different, they don't share a common point. Hello? The boys are whole group go counseling.
Hey, I'm sticking with the girls. I'm on the girls' side.
I mean all the boys there.
What did I do? I was doing my work. What did I do?
Stop using words that are suggestive. Okay, Afan?
I got sprayed.
Not funny. Yeah, spray. Can. Don't skirt. Don't squirt. Don't range. Don't hug each other. Don't, I don't know. Just don't use suggestive words. Okay, next one. AB is 2A plus B. BC is 6A plus 3B. Okay, I will usually start with the bigger number. so that there's common factors to take out. So in this case, I'll take out 3.
What's your arrow so weird?
You can have an arrow or full arrow. Doesn't matter. Both are correct. Okay, so in this case, you can see that this is actually 3 times of AB. And since they share one common point, then you can say that BC is parallel to AB. Therefore, they are collinear points. If you want, you can say A, B, C are collinear points. So the difference between this one and just now that question is that they share a common point here. So your conclusion can be collinear. Same line on the same line. So same thing, XW, 4A plus 2B, you take out 2. So in this case, you will see there is 2 times of XY. And since you have X as a common point, then you can conclude XW is parallel to XY. Therefore, XWY are collinear points. Or lie on the same straight line.
So if we spell collinear wrongly, will we get
As long as we can still tell it's collinear, it's okay.
What about call
Cannot.
collinear?
qualify?
You bio student, huh?
Yeah. What is that?
Okay, this one. RS. Just not even 5 minutes, no. You don't anyhow. I say don't say any word that is inappropriate. Take out half. This one become 4B. So you realize that it's half of PQ.
So this time not my fault.
So if you check all the 4 points, they don't share anything in common, then you can conclude, therefore, RS parallel to PQ. But what if you cannot show that they are in a ratio of each other? So for example, if I say RS is A plus 2B, then I say PQ is A plus 3B. So obviously there's no way they can be a ratio of each other. Then you will write, since RS is not equal to K times of PQ, therefore RS is not parallel
PS.
to PQ. RS. Example, this is the example. A non-example of a parallel line. So if they are not parallel, they are not parallel. Don't die say they are parallel. Huh? So if you cannot express them as a ratio, a scalar multiple of each other, this thing is called a scalar multiple. Scalar meaning constant. Okay. We are finally going to the exciting part. Tapien.
Actually,
Okay, you are going. You are going. It's all recorded, so I can share with the the counselor.
But this is like a normal date, it's like a friend date. You know?
Friendship thing, I think.
I think you're talking about sleepover.
Okay, we let them judge whether it's normal or not. Like,
I'm cheating on
you see all the terms that you say?
and like, I don't go on a date with you, like, went out with you,
I think normal guys we say hang out.
yeah, but
We don't say dating. Right?
But dating is getting to know each other.
Guys,
Okay, I will clarify. Okay, I will clarify. Okay, let's continue. Ratio. Okay, ready? Ratio is 2:3. So in the diagram, 2:3. Write it out first. So what is the ratio between AB, this one, 2, and CB, this one? So even if they change the direction, it doesn't matter. It's not going to affect your ratio. So you just have to write 2:3 also. So even if they reverse the direction, ratio don't have negative sign one. So just tell me the magnitude ratio, scalar. Next one, AB and AC. So AC is 5, the whole thing. Okay, then BC is 3, AC is 5. And then lastly, BA, even if you reverse the direction, it's still going to be 2. And CA, even if you reverse the direction, it's still going to be 5. So these are ratios. But when we go vector, it's a bit different. So be careful. Okay, so first thing first. AB and BC. So I want you all to look at it in this way. AB and BC, if I want the ratio, it will be 2/3. So when you cross back and multiply, it's 2/3. Okay, so always look at it in this way. AB over AC. So AB is 2, AC is 5, so it's 2/5. When you cross it back up. Okay, next one is BC and AC. So BC is 3, AC is 5. So when you cross it back up, it's 3/5. Okay, next one is AB versus CB. So AB is 2, CB is 3, but in the opposite direction. So remember, you need to put in -3 now. Then you move it up, so it's minus 2/3. So when we are talking about vectors, the direction matters. When it's reverse, you need to add a negative. So
the direction tells you what, right?
correct. So next one is AB versus CA. So AB again is 2, CA is the opposite direction, -5 units. So when you cross it back up, it's -2/5.
Sure, why E is negative?
This one is part E, right? Because now they are talking about CA going in the opposite direction. So instead of 5, it's -5. Because normal is AC 5 unit. But if we're going CA, then it's -5, opposite direction.
Well, the ratio has negative.
No. So ratio, we ignore the sign. Ratio has no direction. No direction. Okay, but vectors has direction. So you must remember to put in the negative when it's opposite direction.
Wait, so part E, C to D is negative.
D and E only, right? These two only negative. Because we go CB, opposite direction.
Then what if the front part is opposite direction?
If front part at the start is opposite, then when we go normal is positive. You reverse the sign.
So if front is like negative, then behind positive.
Yes. When you flip the direction. Okay? So direction wise, just to let you know, when we are talking about ratio, we ignore the direction, but when we are talking about vectors, you need to include in the direction.
Sure, I go to toilet.
Yeah, go.
Normally 1/6.
What? 3 minutes. 2 minute break. Okay, 2 minute break. Continue. Sit down. D is the midpoint of BC, which means the ratio here is 1:1. Okay, because D is the midpoint. So we know that these two lines are exactly the same. And then they say AE is 2 units. And okay, maybe I use a different color. And then ED is 3 units. So that's the ratio given to you. They say okay, please come in. Can you quickly? Okay, I want to find the vector BC. So take note, it's like MRT station. I want to move from B to C. It's the same as moving from B to A. And then I change the MRT and I move from A to C. So BC is the same as BA plus AC. So BA I don't know. I know AB is A. So BA is? From moving from A to B is A. Moving from B to A is? Negative A. What is AC? Just B. So this is my vector BC. I move from here to here first. Then I move from here to here. Because I can't find the answer directly from here because there's no vectors given to me at all. I need to take another route. Okay, so this is BC. I can write this to be minus A plus B. Okay, next.
Why BA plus AC?
Because it's like taking bus. I want to start from here, end here. I need to take bus from here to here, change, move from here to here.
That's how vectors work.
Yes, it's like getting to the station of your choice, but you need to change some buses in between.
Okay.
11:05. DC, I want to move. Oh, okay. I want DC, which means it's just half of my BC because it's the midpoint, right? So I just have my answer. That's it. Done. Okay, next one is AD. I want to move from A to D. It's the same as moving from A to C and then C to D. So I'll take the station AC, then move from C to D. So you will realize my starting and my end point must be the same as this. So AC is B. Afan, you paying attention, no? You keep playing. You want to fail WA2, then you continue playing. Okay, CD is the opposite of DC. Must reverse. So instead of half, is minus half. So go and expand it. So you can total them up. You get half B plus half A. So it's all about direction. That's why you all must follow through the lesson. You cannot halfway look at your friend.
I don't understand, so confusing.
Okay, first thing, they tell me that this is 2 is to 3. Write down first. They tell me. And they tell me D is the midpoint. So this must be ratio 1 is to 1.
But how you know it's one?
Because each of them are equal, 1 by 1. Same ratio. This is the midpoint. Midpoint means cut it into half. You can also write 2 by 2, but it will simplify to 1 is to 1. Okay, since it's half, it is 1 is to 1. They are equal halves. Okay, next is they tell me A to B is the vector A. A to C is the vector B. So I'm just writing it down first. And then question say, can you help me find B to C? Here. So to find B to C, I need to move from B to A, then switch a MRT and go from A to C. So it's BA plus AC. BA is the opposite direction of A. So it is a minus A. And then AC is just B. So this is my answer already. Just follow the direction. It's just like a taking MRT station thing. Okay, DC is just half of your BC because it is at the midpoint. So I just have my answer only. I never do anything extra. It's just half of my answer here. Last one is AD. I want to move from A to D. It's the same as me moving from A to C, then go from C to D.
This one must be an A B in order
Which one?
for AD.
AD?
For B and A, can I swap them around?
Can. Okay? So when you add it up, you realize that AC is just your B, which is here. And then I want CD instead of DC. So can you see that I reverse the sign as compared to this because I'm going opposite direction. So negate it, make it negative. Okay, last, second one, AE. I want to move from A to E now. So moving from A to E is this line, this yellow line. So I can choose to, I thought I found AE already. Oh no, AE is just midway, sorry. AE is just this part. So can you see AE is 2 out of 5 of AD. The whole thing is 5 units. I only want 2 out of 5 of it. So I just 2/5 my answer here. So this is my answer for AE. Okay, lastly, I want DE, the opposite direction. So DE is 3 out of 5 of DA. Right, you need to move in the same direction. So if you look at this is A, E, and D. So DA is 5 units and DE is 3 units. So I'm finding 3/5 of DA, but this is AD. So I need to reverse the sign by putting negative sign in front. And 3/5 of it. Okay, if you factorize your answer, I think this is what you get. Yeah.
There's new brain rot that came out. Like new brain rots.
Brain rots.
Yeah.
What brain rots?
You know the skibidi shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, some other thing that's arrived.
Okay. Must be.
Here your lower sec class A.
Okay.
You also hear me saying.
So you are lower sec.
You must prepare for lower set.
Okay, so just one last example to explain the changing of MRT station. This one. So this is the scenario that I'm talking to you about. If your mission is to start at Simei and end at Changi Airport, but there's no direct route to reach there, you need to you need to switch your MRT somewhere, right? So the idea is to start from Simei, go and change your MRT at Tanah Merah first. Then at Tanah Merah, take another train and then you can go to Changi straight. So if this is your mission, moving from Simei to Changi Airport, okay, what you can do to reach there is to start from Simei, go to Tanah Merah first. Then at Tanah Merah, you can go direct to Changi Airport. So you realize there must be an intermediate station that you do the interchange. Okay, so the middle, the overlapping one must be the same. And then your start and end must be like what you wanted at the start. So vectors must always go in this way. You cannot anyhow take a MRT from nowhere and say you reach the end point, but you never start from the same part. Okay? Don't play. You want to spread something, right? Funny, right? Okay. So I just want to show you that parallelogram is a very, very good example for vectors because there are a lot of parallel and equal vectors. So for example, they say AB. I always make it a habit to indicate the direction so I won't be confused. So AB is A, and then they say AD, this one, it's D. So actually straight away we can conclude the opposite side are parallel and equal to. So I can also write this as D. Xin Yu, focus. You halfway will lose focus one. Then the opposite one is also equal. So this is A. So the opposite vectors are equal. Okay, that's number one. So straight away it's telling you quite a number of things. Next, they say, can you then find the vector BC? So BC straight away you know is D already. No need to even prove anything. They are equal and opposite, right? Okay, then CD you also know is A. Yes, it's opposite and equal to it. Okay, last one is AC. So to move, yeah?
Why is it just A? I thought there was second.
BC, right?
A to B is.
Or opposite direction. Eh?
Yeah, C.
Opposite direction, sorry, minus A. Okay, next is AC. So to move from A to C is as good as moving from this to here. So you can write is D plus A. To move from A to C is the same as moving from A to D and then D to C. How to find? The only way is use vectors. Yeah, that's why we are using. Okay, so AD plus DC. Okay, next one is BD.
Sure, does a sequence matter? Like, can I just write A plus D?
Can. Okay, then next one is BD. I want to go from here to here. It's as good as moving from here, then go upward. So it's a minus A plus D. So it's like BA, then I go from A to D. Why suddenly the bird like... Also can. So if you want to go, you can do D, then minus A. Same answer. Wait. One last one. No. Last two. AE.
AEIOU.
It's here. Right? But remember, this is always the midpoint. So AE is half of AC.
Wait, why not take D plus A divided by 2? Because we found the AC, but...
Yeah, that's why you half it lah.
Oh yeah, shit. Sorry.
Okay, so this is the answer. And then lastly, of course, DE. DE is also half of DB. So DB, remember, you must reverse this. So make it negative. So it's A minus D. So you must negate your BD. Make it negative first, then you multiply. So the direction is super important. The addition, multiplication, subtraction is basic. Okay, we'll learn about area another lesson. We already know by now that if we have triangles with common height, so for example this piece, okay, and this other piece, they both have the common height H. So if you go and find the area of triangle A1 is half times 3 times H, and then triangle A2 is half times 8 times H, everything else will cancel off except the base. So the area, the ratio of their area is the ratio of their base basically. Okay? So this is what we have learned earlier on when we learned similar figures. Tracy, Leon, and Hao Ming, where are your notes? Okay. Okay, turn to the correct page. Page number what? 10. Yes. Yeah. Right angle triangle, why? Half times base times this height, lor. Yeah, same, right? Okay, so this is triangles with common height. The ratio of their area is the ratio of their base. Same for parallelogram. It's also triangles with common height. So I'm going to just draw and show you. This is this triangle. This is the other triangle. And we both know that these are congruent triangles. In fact, they are exactly the same. Okay? And they also have a common height H, no matter what is its orientation. So if you find its ratio, it will be 6:6. So in this case, the ratio is just a very neat 1 because they are congruent. So for congruent triangles, the ratio is 1:1. Okay, then lastly, trapezium. This triangle and this other triangle, they are also triangles with common height, but they are of course not congruent. So the ratio of their area is also the ratio of their base, which is 8:5. Okay, so I'm just showing you 3 different scenarios for triangles with common height. The outcome is all the same. It's all A1 over A2 is B1 over B2. No square, no nothing. Just the base ratio. That's all. Yes. Because when you are calculating, you can cancel off similar stuff. So all these are gone.
So A1 over A2 is just
B1 over B2. So as long as you have 2 triangles that have the same height, okay, in this case like this height, I split it up. So ratio of these 2 triangles will be ratio of these 2 bases. Don't even need to go and find actual area. Just the base will do. Okay, next one. Let's look at this one. This example, so they say, can you, given that A2 is the area of the parallelogram, meaning they say A2 is this whole thing, not just that trapezium over there, is this whole thing. Okay, and A1 is for ADE only. Okay, A1 is just for ADE. So they say, can you find the ratio of their area? So first thing first, I want to know what is A1 is to A2. Let's call this A2. What kind of triangles are these? A1 and A2.
I saw this.
No.
Improper.
No. A1 and A2 are triangles with?
Oh, we're the same height?
Yes, with common height. So the ratio of their area is just the ratio of their base. So it's just 2/3. So in other words, they are telling me this area is 2 units, this area is 3 units. Can you then find the total area of the parallelogram? Let's call this A3 then. Or rather, no, cannot change what is given. Let's change this to A3. Okay, so what is A2? Can you tell me what is A2? How many units will that be? 5. Because trapezium is double of this, right? Not trapezium, my parallelogram is double of this. So actually A2 is A1 plus it's just A1 plus A2 times these two parts times 2 basically, because it's made out of 2 congruent triangles. So A2 actually has 10 units. So what is the ratio between A1 and A2? A1 is how many units? 2. Then A2 is 10 units, so it's 1/5.
Whereas A2 the whole thing.
Yes. They say it's the area of the parallelogram, so it's the whole red thing.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you can compare the ratio of the area by parts. Yes. Because this piece is only half the parallelogram. I need to times 2. 2 slices. This is only half the triangle ADB. Okay, so you times 2, you get the whole parallelogram. Yeah, fast. This is 2 unit, this is 3 what? Right. Isn't this 2 unit and 3 unit? Yeah. Which one? A2 is the whole parallelogram. They wrote it here. Chrissy, I didn't get your file right. Your A math one. You just pretend, huh? Where is it? Do you want to go and take it later when we do activity?
Why?
I need to see your file. What? Why? Oh yeah, I bought the red pen.
There's so many missing.
I bought from the bookshop.
There's
So
many-
proud of myself.
There's a lot missing. I mean the PLP.
You still have to give me what, right?
Thank you.
You all still got the cheek to say got missing PFP, oh. Then some of you just happily file in, oh. Then pretend you handle in, oh. I don't know why. Okay, next one. PQ and QR. So PQ they say is 1 unit. QR is 3 units. Okay? So this is what is given. Then they say, can you find the ratio between PQ and PR? 1:4. That's all. So there will be one part of the question in vectors that is talking about ratio of area. One part only. But one part can be part 1, part 2, part 3 lah. Okay, then area of triangle PSQ. This one is to area of triangle PSR, the whole thing. So remember, these are triangles with common height here. So comparing their ratio is just comparing their base. So it is the same as 1. Just 4. That's all. It's only always 1 mark. So there's no working involved. You just have to tell me the ratio. Okay, next one is SQR. This piece. Yeah,
So it's just the base.
correct.
So the base is the
The base tells you the ratio of the area. Okay, so this is 3. And then they want you to compare with the whole thing. So 4. That's all. Can Not as difficult as you imagine But anyway, just to reiterate, this is not the actual area, it is the ratio of their area. So this means 1 unit, this means 4 units. Okay, last example. No, we still have position factor. I'll call it a day. Anyhow, call it a day. Isn't it like very dark? Okay, fine. We are all on the dark side. We have all chosen the dark side. I was forced. Why? What's wrong with Ane choosing the dark side? He will choose India all the time. Right? We know that. This will be a... Yeah, I will not let go. Okay, next one. BC and DE are parallel lines. So, first thing first. Although they never draw the line, you can add it in because they tell you to. And they say BC is 2 units and DE is 5 units. Okay, boys, don't get distracted. It's week 4. Week 7 and 8 is your WA. Prelim, I don't know yet. July spread a bit to August, I think. O level is October. Yeah. October spread to November. Mid-November, yeah. Yes. Okay, so you all need to gear up already. AB is to AD. This one is to this. What do you all think is the ratio? Okay, so why we can say that is because since, you need to write this statement somewhere. Since BC is parallel to DE, angle ABC is equals to angle ADE. These two, because of corresponding angles, parallel lines. Same thing, the other side, they are also equal to each other. Sometimes they like to mix congruency and similarity with vectors as well. Also corresponding angles, parallel lines. So by AA test, actually I know that these two triangles are similar. That's why. So since they are similar, the ratio of their corresponding sides are the same. So for example, these and these are corresponding sides. These and the whole thing, as well as this and the whole thing. So all this tells you that the ratio is always 2:5. Okay? Then AC and CE. Yes. If they... Oh, it matters, sorry. Aiyo, why my eraser so big? Okay, so sorry, it's 2:5. Okay, what about AC and CE? This is 2, this is 5. CE is 3. So be careful when you read the question. Which part they want?
So you're answering the different answers for different questions.
AC and... Oops. Something is wrong.
I think your birthday yesterday says to overwhelm.
Why is there to be overwhelmed by my birthday?
That is the teacher.
It's somehow
39. Yeah. How you know? Better than me. I still counting in my mind. Okay, yeah.
That's how I do for
What I do for nothing much. I had a cake, I have present. My kids sing a lot of songs. And they wrote a card copied from Google. Because it was like, the English is like too great. It doesn't come from a primary 3 and a primary 1.
People who born in 1980.
This is called because
Mrs. Call? I think Mrs. Call maybe forget.
your best
Mrs.
friend.
Big Swab, people born in 1986.
You trying to say me, right? You count backwards, right? Okay, you say, I'm listening.
You say people born in 1986 are very good.
Oh, like that. Oh yeah, correct. Miss Lau also 1986.
Oh, wait, you are 1986?
Yeah?
Oh, I
Don't
didn't know
pretend
that.
you don't know. That's fake acting.
You was thinking 1980, 1980.
Bulan sekian tu dia. No? See, it's a taste.
Okay, AC is to AE. 2 is to 5 also, ah. So far, so good. Then next we have ABC is to ADE. This is the highlight. Similar triangles. No. 2/5 and something. When it's similar triangles, what do you do to the ratio of the sides? L1 over L2 square. So the answer is 4 is to 25. I got that. 5 square is what? You please, ah.
Why is square?
Because similar triangles, the ratio of their area is the square of the ratio of the sides. These two are similar triangles, ABC and ADE.
So you write it in ratio.
I put as fraction. Oh, they put as fraction, my bad. Very good, ah. Today Ane very sharp. Oh, is it? You are a nocturnal animal?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
you learn more in
When
the
the face is dark, he can walk well. No, actually.
You know him very well, huh?
So when it's darker, right, the thing that brings the most light, you're most attracted to. Yeah. So you're mostly attracted to the screen.
Oh, okay. So always to be in the dark lah when I teach. Okay, ABC and BCDE. That means I only want the trapezium here. So just now I already know that this is 4. This whole thing is 25. So what is the trapezium? 21. So you use 4. 4 units was here. This part here is 25 minus 4. So 21. Just minus the ratio. Darker already lah. How many enough ah? Enough, too dark already. People think we are having some conspiracy in the room. Please.
Can we just try first?
Don't. Stop it, I take video and send your mom. See this person? It's so dark. People thought what I'm trying to do. Okay. It's too dark, this is too dark. Okay, BCDE is how many units? 21. ADE is 25. That's it. Just simple math, ah.
Yeah.
What?
Get 21,
21 is 25, 45 minus 4.
That's what I say.
Great.
What's the area of the triangle?
I'm sorry.
Okay, wait, I reduce my eraser. It's very big.
If I die, you cry.
Don't ask this kind of question. You'll be sad.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
He will move on. Okay, so now we change the triangle a bit. It says ADC and ADE. So I need to draw one line here. They are talking about this green triangle. Okay, and the big one, right? The total one. But I know this whole triangle is 25. So if I want to split it up, we need to think in terms of, actually don't even need to think of the whole triangle. No. You see this one? Are they triangles with common height? So I just need to look at the base. 2 is to what? 2 is to 5, the whole thing. Because they want ADE. So just 2 is to 5 only, nothing. So as long as you can see it, it's a very simple calculation. Okay, next one is ADC and DEC.
2/3.
Yes, clever.
Check, is it 2/2?
Which one?
The I.
Okay, wait, I haven't reached there. I want ABC and ADC. So now, I want you all to zoom your attention to this triangle. Again, it's triangles with common height. Right? These two triangles has the common height here. So I want ABC, which is also 2. ADC is the whole thing. Yes, 2/5.
I took the answer for
This whole thing is 5 what? Isn't it?
I took the answer for the previous question, the area of the rectangle.
Is it the same?
Yeah, ABC is 2, then ABC is 2. Yeah, 2/2.
No, cannot. You must compare with the right triangle. Cannot anyhow cross.
Hey!
Yes. This whole thing is 5 unit. You look at the black triangle. Let me highlight. This one. These two are triangles with common height. These two. So this piece is 2. The whole thing is 5. Okay, last one. ABC. They want you to compare with DEC. How to compare then? So let's go back. Maybe we can combine. Wait. Yeah. These two, if you are able to see that they overlap, can I show you? This one. Times this one. I had the triangle spelling wrong. So can you see this one cancels out? Become the ratio you want. So actually this one is 2/3. This one is 2/5. When you multiply them, you get 4 out of 15. Okay, but if let's say you cannot see this, then we need to go back to the triangle that we had. So originally we had this one, ABC and DEC, the whole thing. Okay. So originally when we look at this one, this is my A, B, C, D. So this thing, we already figured out that this part is 2 unit. The whole thing is 5, right? So this part here is 3 unit. Correct? But this is actually part of another triangle with common height, where we know that this is 2 units. And this whole thing, this thing is 3 units. Correct or not? So actually 2 units of this triangle represents 5 units here. Can you see that? 2 units of the blue triangle is 5U. So 1 unit of the blue triangle is 2.5U. How to find these 3 units? How to find the 3 units? You just times 3. So this is actually 7.5U. So if you want to compare this piece with the 7.5U, can you see that the ratio is 4:15? So you can also do it this way by looking at 2 different triangles with common height. This one is if you cannot see this ratio. So usually when they are comparing 2 triangles that are from different parts, they are from different parts, you might want to consider checking the other earlier answer, whether you can actually multiply them to get the answer. Sometimes it's related. If not, you have to go back to this way to try to see a link. Okay? This is the part. Okay, I pause. Forgot to record. Okay, then next one is B. B is minus 1. Then 3 units up. So B is actually here.
So you need to draw the line.
Need the wave. Don't need to draw all this. I'm just showing you how I move. So this is vector B. Vector C is 3 minus 2. So we go 3 units. Then go down 2 units. So it's here. This is C. Okay, then D is 0, 4. I never move any way to the right. I just move upward 4 units. So this is my D. Okay. Next is F. F is moving 2 units to the left and don't move upward at all. So F is here. Okay, and lastly, minus 3, minus 4. So here. G. The direction is important, so make sure you all draw the arrowhead to indicate you know the direction. Rare. Rarely they will ask you to draw. If they ask you to draw, they are giving you marks. Okay, then finding magnitude, you should know 1 square plus 2 square square root. So it's root 5. Root 10. Four and 9. So root 13. So it's just 4 units. Okay, all the answers. Okay, since this is E-math, don't leave insert form. You can actually go and find the 3 assets. But if you leave insert form, actually not wrong now. In A-math terms, you are not wrong.
Is this bearings?
No, this is position vectors. Bearing is like rotation from North Pole. Okay, already, right?
No, worse.
You all got to do the E-math paper, no?
Yes.
Which is
10-year series 2024.
I got it confirmed.
Mati, all mati already.
Oh yeah.
When I start showing you revision paper, you will cry because you will forget everything.
I forgot everything.
Next week, we will start a bit of revision. Okay, then ongoing, we will continue with differentiation.
No, I don't like differentiation.
No choice. You don't like differentiation? Then how you take integration later?
I don't know.
Okay, done?
Yes.
Not yet?
So this one is definitely green.
No. Gang leader, you scared me. No, I'm not gang leader.
Sure.
You can't
Okay?
No.
Not only you cannot sit with Ani, you can also not sit with him one.
I never even do
Then you threaten, then you touch people. You see here. For your own good. See, you want to stay with him also. Done, ah? Not yet.
This one, do you know how to do an English like practice for English?
Email?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Lisa, what's your best subject other than math?
Chem?
Your second best subject. Then, are you a teacher only for math?
Yeah, but I thought you
And
like art.
chem last time, but now I don't teach chem.
Yeah, but I thought you like art.
I like art, but I never take. Because it was a choice between art and
Do you
A math.
do it when you did art?
no. I sent my son for art class.
Wait, Lisa, so say you can help me with my chemistry now. Can you teach
I
us
forgot already. Position vector is OA, right? So just now I told you all, they give you coordinates means they give you position vector. So straight away, you can write this out. They give you coordinate means they give you position vector. Where did the? Because coordinate, when you plot, you always plot from O. 4, then 2, right? So it's as good as moving from O to P. So when they give you coordinate, they are giving you position vector from O move to whichever point you want. Okay, lastly, they want A, B. So remember, when we want to go to Changi Airport from Simei, we need to find the intermediate station to change the train, which is at Tanah Merah, right? So this one same thing. To start from A and to end at B, I need to find the intermediate station that overlaps. What do you think it is? O. Okay? So I have OB, no problem. But what is AO?
2 over 4.
What is AO? You make it negative, you don't change the X and Y. So make X negative, make Y negative. Then you add them up. So it becomes -7, -1. So it's like your train station, you must find the interchange station. Okay, what is the coordinate D? Based on what you are given. This is called position vector. 5, 2, -2. So when they give you position vector, they are giving you coordinates also. Take note of that. Okay, just different form only. Okay, next, they want you to find OE now. So same thing, start from O, you must end at E. You need to find the intermediate station. What is it? D. So the intermediate station between them must be D. So I already have OD. I also have DE. So just add them up. This is easy, must pay attention. 11.1 only? What do you mean? Since only 5.1. We are only testing you vectors on the magnitude, and what else can we test you? Don't have. Yeah, your vectors only 5.1 tested. So meaning I can test you magnitude, I can test you whether it is only 5.1. I'm not the setter. Yeah, Miss Jenny Lau. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't seen the paper. The paper's not created yet. Yeah. Can you what? Yeah. Yes, I will have. So next week I will start revision. Week 6 I will give mock test for E-math and A-math. Okay, I will tell her, but yeah. Okay. But last time they say E-math too easy, right?
No.
Did they not? It was hard. You're anyhow. By 1 mark, and it was a silly mistake. You know that. And you cancel off the correct one.
So I said
No, you pass right. Your E-math is you pass right. He cancel out one of the scale or something on. Got one K value you're supposed to show that you go and cancel out that one. That's your 1 mark. Yeah, so this time round, don't cancel correct answers. You all always like to cancel off what is correct. Then when I go through, then you regret. Okay, last one here. PQ, OP, I want coordinate Q, meaning I want OQ. So to find OQ, again same thing, start from O, must end at Q. What is the intermediate station? P. Okay, must be P. Because I'm given OP, and I have PQ. So actually OQ is just 3, 7. So coordinate Q is 3, 7. They are interchangeable. So please make sure you know they are the same. Just represented in a different form. Okay, next they say R is a 0.4 minus 1. So indirectly they tell you OR is 4 minus 1. So how to find PR? We need an intermediate station. What do you think the interchange station is? Yes. So PO, you must reverse this. So become minus 1, minus 2. So remember, PO is negative OP. To change direction, you must negate all the values you see there. OR is this. So this is your PR. But question the one PR, question 1 the magnitude.
Are you poor? Look at that, poor.
Hey, don't do that, you hyperventilate, I don't know.
I said a fraction plus like
Please. Please. Mrs. Kaur say if you all say suggestive things, I stand for counselling.
but
She says she really never hear that before.
I didn't even do anything. You didn't prove that I said
It's recorded.
Every time you said something, there's a recording for it.
Do is I will indicate on the diagram the direction, and then I'll write down the vector. Okay, and then BC, they say is 3P, oh no, minus 3P, minus 5Q. Okay, and then AD is P minus 3Q. Show that AB is parallel to DC. So before I can do that, that means I need to find DC first. So to move from D to C, right, is as good as moving from D to A, and then A to B, and then B to C. So I need to add these 3 vectors together. But first thing, what I'm given is the opposite direction. So I need to reverse this one first. So become minus P plus 3Q. So this one need to reverse, be careful.
Oh, not this one.
Okay, then next AB is in the right direction, so I just have to add it directly. No need to change anything. So 6P plus 3Q. And BC is also in the correct direction, so I just have to add it up. Okay, the rest is simple math. P, P, P. So 2P. Q, Q, Q. So left 1Q. So once I've found DC, I want to show that it is related to AB. I need to be able to show that they are scalar multiple of each other. So AB is this one. Okay, if I take out 3, I realize that actually this is equivalent. It is 3 times of DC. So the moment you can show that they are scalar multiple of each other, you can say since AB is 3 times of DC, therefore AB must be parallel to DC. Sorry?
How does it be 3 times more related to
Because this one means what? Okay, let's say if I draw my DC in this way, let's say DC is this. Oh no, it's longer, right? So DC is this way. 3 times of this ratio, DC. This is my DC. Okay, then I realize that this one, the other one is just 1/3 of it. Can you see that they are essentially similar triangles? That is proportional by 1:3 ratio. So that's why they must be parallel. Yeah? So this is part A's answer. Yeah, I still have. You don't have lah, but I have. No, you can also like right here. Yeah. This one, explain EDU. Okay, next one. Using this ratio, I know that AB is 3 times of DC, right? If you bring it down, okay, it's actually 3/1.
Why?
You bring down, you divide. You just bring the DC down. So what is the value of it? It's just 3. The ratio of the vector is the ratio of the same of the length. They are the same. Okay, last question. They say AB is 6P plus 3Q and P is the vector 4 minus 1 and Q is the vector minus 3 minus 2. So all you need to do is just to simplify them. (15) and minus 12. So that's it. Okay, so I hope you find that vectors is not so crazy, not as crazy as you thought it is. The only difficult part sometimes is the ratio of the area if you can't see.
So my math is so bad. I wrote 13 instead of 15.
So maybe use calculator to play safe.
You so good at mental sum.
Okay, DC is 1/3 of AB, right? So I can actually 1/3 it first. Then finding magnitude is easy.
Yes.
25 and 16, 41. Oh, just nice.
No, I want to do more, man.
You don't KK.
9:16. 4 more minutes to complete this.
6.40.
One of the best subjects.
Okay, that's it. So today's homework, please do vectors assignment. It is Wednesday. Based on my understanding, is your AEP is cancelled because you have the LLP project, right? No man.
Today is geography and history.
I thought I saw the email saying that AEP for 4C and 4F is cancelled. I thought, but you hear it from your teacher. You all got the LLP project, right?
That was tomorrow.
Oh, then no need to cancel lah.
No, it's okay. Vector cancel.
Okay, I don't know. You wait for your teacher's instruction. I don't know.
Only few minutes.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Okay, go for your AEP. Okay, but homework, do the 10-year series question. Do on foolscap paper. Tomorrow I need to see.